Welcome to the Wardenberg Family Farm with Don and Brenda.
In case you can't tell, we're not on the farm. Where are we going, dear?
We're going to work on one of our 2024 planning objectives.
One that had a question mark after it. Getting a puppy.
Yeah.
We're going to look at a litter.
We're just window shopping, right?
Yeah, I don't window shop
We're
very
not
well.
necessarily coming home with a puppy today.
I don't know. We'll see. Half of me's afraid we're all going to, and half of me's afraid we aren't. We'll see.
What I'm curious to see, is you've seen a few other dogs recently, and you compare them to, we had 3 golden retrievers.
Mm-hmm.
And you said to me, you're concerned that you may not be able to warm up to another dog that's not a golden retriever.
Yeah, something about those golden retriever eyes, those little puppy dog eyes. I don't know. They melt my heart. So I don't know. We'll see. We're actually going to look at red fox Labradors. So I don't know. I'll know if I know.
Yeah, and I'll know right away when I see you with the puppy in your arms.
If I get all warm and fuzzy. We'll see.
So we could be headed for trouble.
Yeah, we're at a lot of fun. Or both.
All right, let's see how it goes.
Okay.
Well, didn't take long for you to fall in love with the puppy.
No, I'm totally in love. Meet our new family member, Princess.
Hey, girl. Boy, you sure are beautiful. Really expressive. Yeah. What you see?
We're going to take her home, let her explore the farm, get her used to being around everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a new home,
She
girl.
wants to start playing already.
Yep.
Well, there were 3
chewing.
of them there. They were all beautiful.
There were 3 females. We wanted a female,
Yeah.
so it would be a little bit smaller.
And she just warmed up to you right away.
Yep. As soon as I picked her up, she started licking me and being friendly. She wasn't timid, wasn't scared. I think you'll be fine on the farm. Mm-hmm. You chew the blanket up already, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay. We love her already. What can I say?
Yep. Didn't take long. You're not a window shopper.
No.
Except for boyfriends.
Hooked onto you pretty quick.
Yeah?
Well, not really.
Not really. Took a couple years. Well, I think she's got it made.
Yep. You're my girl. You're going to have to meet the chickens.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be interesting. I don't know what the chickens are going to think of you. Now she's going to chew your car. Why don't you go to sleep on the way home? You going to take a nap on the way home? Yeah, you take a nap. Yeah, take a nap. Okay. Ruby, no. Hey, Ruby, what do you think of your new house? Huh? You got a new house. You're gonna chew it, see how it feels. Got all your toys. Checking it out.
Well, we had Ruby, and that's her name now, for 5 days. And the breeder had named her Princess, but we're going to register with AKC, and we had to pick a name that wasn't already chosen. So one of the grandkids mentioned Ruby, and both of us are like, oh, I like Ruby. Then we started thinking, okay, she's a red fox Labrador. So her full name is Foxy Red Ruby. And she will just be called Ruby. But she's been a good girl so far, except for one night. The first night home, I think she was so worn out from, coming home in the car ride, meeting the grandkids and stuff. She was tired. We woke her up at 2 o'clock just to make sure she was okay. So she was fine. The next day she ate, drank well. Oh, that's my leg, don't chew that. We're working on them nipping and mouthing. But for 2 or 3 nights she got up at 3 o'clock. And last night she slept from 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So in my books, that's an angel. But yeah, the only problem we're having is the mouthing, which you have with any puppy, and we're working on that. She wants to chew on our hands, our slippers, our clothes, everything. Don't ya? Yeah.
You're already teaching her a few things, aren't you?
Yes, she knows her name. I'm not supposed to do that. She knows her name, and she's starting to answer to come and sit. So we'll show you some of her tricks then. That's not one of them. This is what you chew. Yeah, there you go. Good girl. That's a good girl. But we are hopelessly in love. And all the grandkids think she's great.
She's certainly getting socialized.
Yeah, she's met all the grandkids, our kids, neighbors. She hasn't met any dogs yet, but she doesn't go to the vet till next week to get her vaccines. So I probably won't let her meet dogs till she has her vaccines. So.
She's curious, but not fearful.
No. We ran the vacuum today for the first time. And she was a little bit, you could tell, like, ooh, I don't know what that is. But she wasn't, like, scared. First time hearing a vacuum. What is it, Ruby, huh? What is it? And we had a storm last night, too. There was thunder. That didn't freak her out.
So, in training, you mentioned something about what motivates her.
She's not as food motivated. I mean, she'll take the treats, but she's not like...
We've had mostly males.
The other dogs have been like, give me treats. I mean, it's like all to them, food. She's more attention driven. Like in the morning, she doesn't want to eat breakfast until I've hugged her and snuggled her and rubbed her for about 5 minutes. Then she'll start eating. And even the treats, she's not like, ooh, this is great. She's like, okay, this is okay. So that's going to be a little tough to train her if she's not food motivated. We'll just have to give you lots and lots of attention.
All dogs love food, but she's not like the boys.
Not like the ones we're used to. Our other ones, we put this as lunch. She just got it about 5 minutes ago. The other ones would have inhaled it in about 30 seconds. She eats a little, plays a little, eats a little, plays a little. So she's just not a chow hound. Are you? Maybe you're a dainty little thing. But she's been good. I've even actually clipped her nails already. Clipped them and filed them a little bit because they were pretty sharp. And she was good for that. So far, so good.
So we're estimating how big? How big is she going to be?
We think she's going to be 60 pounds when she's full grown.
That's about what her mama is.
Yeah. Right now, she's at 14 pounds. And she's been here 5 days, and she has grown. We didn't weigh her when we brought her home. We should have. Because it's like, man, she's already getting heavier. Aren't you? She's been for golf cart rides. She's met the chickens. She wasn't impressed. She met the cows. She was a little intimidated by the cows. I took her in when we were feeding them, and she was right up to them, and she just kind of curled into me like, that's a really big dog. But then we took her out in the field, like along the side of the field, and the cows were out in the pasture. She started barking at them. I don't know what you were going to accomplish there, girl. But the chickens, she just doesn't seem interested at all. The chickens notice her, though. She gets near the chickens run.
The cats?
The cat buddy is not exactly thrilled. He's gotten close to her, and one time I held her and had him up to her a little bit, and his back started going up. It's like, okay. So we'll introduce them slowly. But I think she would want to play with them. She just wants to play with everybody. Are you chewing my jeans? This is your toy. This is your toy. This week has been, this last 5 days, for me, has been a lot of Pom in the backyard saying, go potty, go potty. I think I've been out there a million times, seriously.
She does pretty quickly.
Oh, she does. Yeah, she does do it pretty fast.
So what I think is incredible is that it's been 5 days with no accidents in the house.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty good about taking her out every probably half hour, 45 minutes.
Wow, you're very good at it. The other day, she did one turn around in a circle, and you go, up.
I saw that look. Like, oh, she's looking for a spot. Took her out. She did number 2.
Yeah.
He said, you know your dog. I know those signs. So I don't know if she knows she can't go in the house, but she hasn't. So either she's just an angel or we've been lucky.
So it's been like, what, 16 years or so since we puppy trained?
Yes.
Yeah.
We weren't as old then. But luckily she's good, but just, it is tiring. We've been trying at night. We take her food and water away after 6, so she doesn't have to go as much at night. And then we try to keep her awake most of that time. And she can't stay awake all that long, so she takes cat naps and then we play with her. But it's a little challenge to keep her awake sometimes, but then she does sleep really well.
Yeah. So what about at night? What have we been doing?
So far, she's been in our room in a crate. I want to be able to hear her, and we've been trying to, I don't want her to think when she cries, she gets out. So I'm not even actually going to the point where she cries. If she starts, I can tell she's wrestling around uncomfortable, I take her out. So, yeah, in all things, even in here in her crate, I don't want her to be crying and think if she cries, she gets out. So when she cries or barks, she doesn't get anywhere.
Well, last night went without a peep for, what,
Yeah.
9 hours?
I finally got up at 6 because I was getting up, and it's like, I'll get her up.
So what about before bedtime? What are we doing? Is that YouTube, right? Watching puppy training
Watching
videos.
puppy training videos. Well, she likes it because then she hears the dog bark, woof, woof, and she looks. You watch TV, don't you?
Remember the first day we had her at the house and we turned the TV on? That's probably the first TV she saw.
Oh,
so.
she looked. She was fascinated by it. Like, what's that thing?
And there happened to be animals on the screen.
But she loves playing tug of war, don't
Yeah.
you? That's her favorite so far, tug.
As all puppies
Yeah.
do.
Someday we'll work on retrieving. The grandkids are like, can she catch a ball and fetch it? And I'm like, well, someday she will, but not quite yet. Right now, she just wants to chew on everything she can get in her mouth. But we'll show you some of the tricks she's learned, see how well she does. I don't know if she's going to listen or not, but we'll try to do her tricks. Ruby, come. Come. Sit. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. Let's see. Where are you going to go now, huh? You're just going to follow me now. You have treats. Ruby, come. Come. Sit. 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 Good girl. Stay. Stay. Good girl, your poor little butt sliding across the floor. She's getting it, little by little, she's getting it. Hey, Ruby. You like that picnic basket. Ruby, come. Come. Sit. Stay. Good girl. Good girl. Isn't she a genius? Are you a
It's pretty
genius?
good for 1 week.
Are you a genius? And she's not an angel. She has had a few accidents in the house, but overall, she's been great. Most nights, she sleeps through the night. So, oh, now she's going to chew on a cord. Yeah, see, she's not an angel. And you got to chew on the butter churn. She'll chew on anything she can get her in her mouth. Won't ya? Forget all the toys. I'll just chew on everything else. Hey, you be mad. Ruby, come. Sit. Good girl. Stay. Sit. Wait. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. You're such a good girl. Little by little, we'll get it down. We had to take the carpets out of both the rooms because she was chewing on the throw rugs. We had nice big braided rugs. But they were a big temptation, so they're gone for right now, until she stops chewing on them. Have to make a few changes, some gates around, take up the carpets, make sure toys are picked up off the floor. Yeah, the next thing we're going to run into is she's going to be going up the stairs, well, and chewing on the steps. She hasn't quite figured out how to go up, but she's just about there. Hey, no, we don't chew the carpet. No. Isn't that the face of an angel? Are you an angel? Yeah, she chews my hand. Look at that angel. An angel with very sharp teeth. Nah, don't bite. She's a cutie. You're my cutie. Well, we survived the first week.
Yeah, thanks for joining us on the first week of our journey. And as we close today, we have some questions for you. We've never owned a Labrador Retriever before, so any suggestions or training programs that you have or ideas would be greatly appreciated. You know, the other thing that we have to decide, it's a 40-acre farm. Do we need to get a GPS fence? What do you think? I've heard some pluses and minuses, so if you have any experience with the GPS fences and how to use them, whether they're worth it or not, that would be certainly welcome too.
Just any training tips, how to get her to stop chewing on her hands. She's doing pretty good with housebreaking, but
Yeah.
other puppy stuff we're working on. She likes my hands a lot. Yeah. So, but thanks a lot. Hopefully you're as in love with her as we are at this point. So we'll see you on our next video. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's good.
She's like,
That might just have to be.